everybody, I am Joe Meyer, and today we're going to be doing a little segment on introduction to cross country and introduction to water. And we're at the beautiful Grey Fox farm here in not so sunny but quite a little bit cold Ocala, Florida. And I'm really lucky that we have got Melissa and Maddie, and they have got some couple of very young, inexperienced horses to work with today. So we're just going to start by doing some little bit of warm up, a couple of little logs, a tiny little ditch, and then we're going to move to the water. Give yourselves plenty of room. That's it, good. Straight line from your elbow to the hand. Okay, when you're ready, pick up hands to left, girls. And Maddie, you want to keep your shoulders in the same angle as the horse's ears, okay? So a little flexion to the inside and a little bit your shoulders, inside shoulder back. Good. Make them go fast and then take your light seat. Light seat, stand up in the stirrups like cross-country seat. Good. That's fast enough, man. Keep the contact the same. Okay, now faster canter, a little bit quicker, a little bit quicker. Good. And then when you're ready, hands up a little bit, body up a little bit, slow down, stride by stride. Slow down, stride by stride. And as they come slow, you can sit back down. Back down when he comes slow. Good. Good. Okay, fast canter again. Leg on. Fast canter, take your light seat. Very good. And again, slow down, stride by stride, hands come up, body comes up, and as they come slow, then you can sit down. As he comes slow, then you sit down, Maddie. Good. Weight down in your seat. Alright, and then slow canter, trot when you're ready, trot, okay good, and then walk, slow trot, and walk when you're ready. Just come and stand here. So girls, in cross country, and sometimes it's hard because you're not going very fast, but fast canter, light seat, horses on a big open step. As you come to the jumps, body comes up, hand comes up, slow down a little bit, stride by stride, so the horse comes from its open gallop to a gallop that is more balanced and upright, that you can either move forwards or you can slow down. Okay? So you want to have the feeling that when you're going to the jump, that you could move up or you could slow down, but the horse is balanced in this place here. Okay? So the introduction to cross country, sometimes it's not, you won't be going so fast that you need to slow down. Okay? If that's like when you go out to a show and you're going fast, that's what's going to happen. Alright? Sometimes in cross country you might need to give them a little kick. Okay? To say you've got to go, but you've got to bear that in mind, that the horse needs to be balanced in a place where you can move forwards and back. You don't want to be on a big, long, open step. Okay? So we'll try and simulate it as best we can. Now we need to find a little log. The smallest log on the property.
Right here.
Is it right here? Okay.
On the other side of that tree.
Yeah, let's go over there. To walk around, stand in front of the log and show it. Give them a good pat, okay? Doesn't matter what side. Stand them in front, Maddie. That's it. Give him a pat. Get him a little closer so that he can see. That's it. That's good there. Good, perfect. Come along as well. They can both stand there together. Let him get comfortable in the surroundings. He's pretty comfortable. No.
Yeah.
So I always choose the smallest, easiest log that I can find for my introduction. And something that's a little bit older and a bit more rustic like this is much more encouraging for horses anyway. Okay, so we're going to take turns, but we're going to do it in trot. Okay. If they go to have a look, be prepared to widen your hands, be prepared to use your leg. Okay, jump it out of the trot, allow a little bit over the fence, try not to get left behind. Okay. They may have a little look, they may just trot up to it and then just fall over it, we don't know that yet, okay? But just be ready. Don't override just because you think it's something new. Ride up normally, because these horses have jumped coloured bowls, they've jumped little crosses, they've jumped little oxes, so they should be not so bad. But don't go, oh, you've got to go, because you think it's going to happen, okay? So alright, let's take turns and trot. Let him give him his head and move on. Very good. And then trot. And then walk. Come here, Maddie. Telling me he's a good boy. Alright, so what happened with Melissa's horse is actually a little bit keen and a little bit playful, and what she did well was she didn't pull his head up too hard on the outside. She was ready for that, well, I'm not sure she was exactly ready, but when he gave that little buck and a little play, she didn't get frightened and pull on him too hard, and that can be a scary thing for a horse if a rider gets very nervous. You know, like sometimes young horses just have a little play and you just got to let it go a little bit. And the next time he did it so nicely, that's where he deserves a pat and say you're being a really good horse. Right seat, Melissa. That's it. So just pick his head up, just gently, and then trot away. Try to stay in balance over the jump, that your body doesn't get too far forward and your leg goes back underneath you, okay? You need to keep your lower leg exactly where it is now. Big pat for it. Good. And Maddie, you can do that one more time, and if you can add one more stride, that would be really good. So walk up, let them have a look. If they want to pop over it, let them pop over. Okay? Good, big pat, big pat.
Good boy.
Okay, Melissa. Okay, come back, girls. Good. Pat it. So this chute this is a really great place to train the ditch because there's not a lot of places for the horse to go. Good, big pat, big pat. Give him a pat. Okay, Maddie, you can come in the canter now. Well sat, come and do it again. Big pat, good. Alright girls, so that's our introduction to ditches, okay? And we're lucky that here is a great ditch for a first timer. It's in a chute. The horses don't really, you know, they can't sort of go from either side, but they can see where there's the place to go at the end. So it is a really great place to start. The only thing different that I would do is maybe find an even smaller ditch for the start, okay? But if you can walk up and they just pop over and you can give them a pat, it's a really good place to start, all right? And the more times you did it, I'm pleased you said that I wanted to trot again, because you just felt that he needed that little bit of confidence, and that was good, okay? But you trot it a few times, and then you can start to pick up the canter, okay? Once they start to go and they start to get confident, you can start to make your ride a lot softer and less, okay? So that you're not always saying, get in there, go, go, go. You know, you're actually saying, you're doing this for me, out of your own free will, you know? Like, so they start to go, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. They're not got the feeling that they're always being pressured. So once a horse starts to go a little bit, start to just back off and allow them to do the jumping. Same as the jumps, the fences, like the next one we're going to do. You know, you're going to be ready. They might have a look. You're going to be ready with to widen your hands, ready with your leg. The horse is going to be in front of your leg to begin with, but you're not going to override just because it's a bit more spooky, okay? Because if you override with this one, it could send you out the front, you know? So you've just got to do enough to get you there, and then once it starts to go, just be a bit softer. Okay, let's go. Do something else. Let them have a good look. Give them a pat. Yeah, let them have a snap. We're going to come and do it in trot again. Okay? Same as before.
Okay.
Okay? Be ready that they're going to go a little bit left, a little bit right. Canter away in a straight line, Maddie, up. Very nice. Good. Canter away, very nice. Give him a pat, come and canter. Yeah. Try and get your canter organised so he's not cross-cantering to begin with, okay? Alright, you can walk. Remember that you go light seat and then sit up a little bit on the way to the jump. And in cross country, depending on what you're jumping, is going to be depending on where you are. Okay? So if you're jumping a tall vertical into a steep coffin with a ditch, you're going to be pretty much sitting in your upright seat with a very collected canter so the horse can get close to the jump. If you're jumping an open table out with pace, your bottom may just touch the saddle for the last 1 or 2 strides very, very light. Okay? So the horse can jump from a lot further away. Okay? So my rule of thumb is, the faster you go, the more you're in your light seat, and the slower you go, the more you're going to be sitting on the horse's back. Okay? And there are times, not often now, but there were, but sometimes, where you'll end up jumping a cross-country fence out of trot, you know, because you've got to go that slow. All right? So, you know, you've got to be aware that that might happen as well. You might find yourself in the trot, okay? But slow canter, stay tall, light canter there. All right, what I'd be doing now is jump 100 of these logs, probably put a lot together so that he starts to almost get bored. So you can just ride down there, oh, it's another log, I'll just jump that, you know? Right. And then once the ride starts to become very consistent, you can ride a little bit more forwards, a little bit back. I mean, he's only 4. So once he learns to shorten and lengthen, then the ride's going to be more consistent. You can start jumping bigger jumps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah.
But right now he's in the place where he's like, woo, let me at it, which is good. It's to be encouraged, but it just needs to be made a lot more rideable. Okay, right, let's go to the water, girls. I always like to take them in pairs so that I've had one horse that at least been in to give the other one a lead. Sometimes you can be at the edge of the water for a very long time kicking if you haven't got someone to give them a lead. And having a horse to give a lead to a younger horse is not a cop-out either. It's actually a really good thing to do. You just go in, got a nice bright blue water, and it normally doesn't go quite as well as this, where they just walk in. So now you're in the water, girls, walk them around and give them a pat and tell them that they're really good. Stand up in the stirrup, give them a big pat, give them a rub, that make them feel a little bit comfortable. Now, if you find a little bit of room and see if you can just pick up 2 or 3 drop steps in the water so that they start to know what it is to be flat. Excellent. Okay. And Melissa, you can trot out, and Maddie, you can follow. Okay. And Melissa, you can walk back in on your own this time. Okay. And he's not bothered at all. Alright, and then pick up trot out. And big pat. You can trot in, Maddie. Quietly. Good. So the next thing that we do is teach the horse how to jump in and out of the water, and to do that the up and down banks have got to be done first, okay, so that the horse is comfortable jumping up and jumping down the banks. And the next step in the up and down banks is to go up a bank. So Maddie, why don't you just trot around between the 2 logs and pop up this little bank, okay? Eyes up, lower leg, a little bit forward on the down. Good girl, well done, give him a pat. So, the person that built this water did a really good job, and on each side there's a half round, okay? And the next step, teaching the horse to jump in and out, is to trot up and pop out over where the half round is. Now Maddie, you may need to, if it was me I'd have a neck strap, you may need to grab a hold of the mane or grab a little bit of martingale so that you don't pull on their mouth. There we go. Come and do that one more time. Come left, Maddie, and jump out the other way, and I want you to grab a little bit of mane for the camera this time to show everybody how to stay at the point of the field. Very good, very good. Alright, trot around to the right. Alright, but don't take your hands off the rein. Little clap, little clap. Good. And now walk. Okay, come and do that one more time. And if you are feeling very comfortable when you land, you can trot up out over the next half round. Eyes up, lower leg forward. Alright. And you're going to come and do that one more time. But this next time, Maddie, you're just going to keep a little feel on the rein all the way through the water, okay? A little bit better. Well ready. Okay, if you can come down quietly. Melissa, on the landing, next time, eyes up and lower leg underneath you a little bit forward, okay? So that you don't land on your knee. If he'd landed to put his head down and had a little play, he might not have been in a very good balance. That's better. Good. There we go. also, the reason why I said grab a handful of mane is so that young horses, when they jump out of water, they often do awkward things, and it's a good way to keep yourself secure without touching their mouth. Okay, sometimes you don't know what they're going to do, and just grab the neck strap, grab a little bit of mane so that you can make sure that bad things aren't going to happen. Walk in, just give him a pat. And that's enough for him today. He's only 4 years old. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Go on. Okay, now you're going to have to come again, because he's going to jump sideways. Come around again, a little bit more positive. Shorten your reins. Go on, kick, 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 kick. Gotta be more positive, Maddie. You just sat there. Go on. Straight round and do it again. She was a little bit too soft the first couple of times. I think the horse is ready to step up to this, but because he made that big jump in, we're going to trot down it 2 or 3 more times just to get his confidence. Big pat. Come around again. Come and do it in canter. Very good. Straighter next time. 1 more time and he's good. Alright, Maddie, you can come here. Okay, well, I hope that everybody learned something today, and we got a good laugh out of Melissa's horse being a little bit naughty, which was pretty funny. Melissa's sponsored, she asked me to mention Devaku especially. We've got, we couldn't do things without them. We want to thank Denise Rath at Grey Fox Farm. You can follow me on Twitter at Joe Meyer EVNTR. You can find me on Facebook, which is Joe Meyer, and my website is which occasionally gets updated, is joemeyereventing.com. So I want to thank my sponsors. Without them, things are really hard. So I want to start with Devaku Saddles, who provide all our saddles and tack, which is just fantastic. Tri-Zone Boots, which is the equilibrium products that do all of our cross-country boots and show jumping boots, and fantastic. Equine Comfort Products, which is the saddle pads and anything woolly from California, just really cool. Winning Edge, and Winning Edge do the Cool, Calm and Collected and Winning Edge supplements, and that's what keeps the lid on Clip Clop. Aeroware body protectors, I tend to fall off a lot, and my Aeroware body protector comes in very handy. Mac Wet gloves, specially designed gloves for the wet, and even though we're in sunny Florida, they are amazing here for the summer, where it is like super wet all the time. They never slip, and there's never an excuse to say, oh, my rain slipped, when you've got your Mac Wet gloves on. I want to thank Gatehouse hats for all my helmets. The air ones, the ones with the holes in, just fantastic for here in the heat, and the HSI one is what I wear for cross country, is really great. Flex On stirrups, this is a new company that is coming to America from France. They come in all different colors, and they're just amazing with the flags on, and can be really personalized as well. And I also want to thank Optimum Time watches, the stopwatches that we use for cross country. They also do a line of really cool yachting fashion style watches that are great as well. Use them all the time, and wouldn't be without them. And last but not least, new boot sponsor, which I'm really excited about, Alberto Fasciani.